What's good, everybody? Coach D here. Welcome to episode 5. Today we're going to show some highlights from Pro-Am, some highlights from the Combine. Going to show a nice comeback victory and just talk a little bit about some stuff. The Combine was, same as last year, pretty similar. I guess fewer people playing, but the competition still about the same. I think they should do without the region lock, personally. I think if they do without the region lock, then we'll get more games in. People at certain positions unable to find games, but also we'll get to mix in the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, all into one playing field, into one pool. People say that the West is sweet, but it's just about the number of players searching for games at one time. I played point guard, so had a little bit more luck looking for games than others. One great move I made in the Combine was switching from the playmaker primary to a sharpshooter primary. I changed from a sharpshooting playmaker to a playmaking sharp so that I could knock down the shots that normally I was missing. Here's a good example: green light on a contested three. Not exactly contested, but that's a shot I would miss often, I would say.
Come on, give me that.
Shout out to Trill. We got to be teammates a few times. We played against each other a couple times as well. Silly little highlight, but figured I'd feature myself winning a jump ball against a center. Great experience, just meeting people. I would say more so networking in the Combine than just seeking out the career opportunity or the job opportunity with the 2K League. Still a goal of mine, but definitely great networking. Got over 100 followers, made a lot of friends through that process. So here we'll shift gears into Team Pro-Am, featuring a nice comeback, 17-point comeback. Bobby leading the way with the triples, making sure we feed the hot hand. Irritated our post scorer, clutch as usual. Two-way player, demands a double team on offense as well. He's one of the reasons why we stay in this game are the dominant scoring from Bobby and Irritated, no doubt. Shout out to Jay Green, leader of the Hungry Hit Ballers, leader of Georgia State University. That's his alma mater. That's why we represent Georgia State University for this court. Keep feeding the hot hand, don't go away from what's working. This is a matchup, by the way. So, started a little sloppy, clean it up, finish strong. Team defense is the key for us. It's not about just individual defense. Similar to real life basketball, you're going to get beat sometimes on defense. It's essential that your teammates are there to have your back, whether they're talking or rotating, or you see the video recently from Seldom about helping the helper. These are all things that we believe in. We trust each other on offense and on defense, and good things happen. Close game. I don't know those guys too well. I just know Green said we had a matchup, so we went in and ended up having a classic. This is some old footage. I know Trank wasn't happy we shared an old game last time, but I got a lot of content that I did not upload because of the Combine and because of other things going on. Some people asked some questions about the last video as well, about the Utah Jazz gaming experience. They asked how I ended up starting that process, and I applied for the job like I would any other job. If you go online, they show the open jobs with the NBA, and that is an NBA opportunity, so it appears on that website as well. So I applied for the job. Didn't hear back from them for a little while, but when I did get the email back, I was definitely prepared. That was one of the things in my interview that I had expressed, is that in a way I have been preparing my whole life for this. My experience coaching basketball, playing 2K, and our experience building our own program and team here on 2K. Shout out to Irritated with the big steal. Silly foul, but he gets the ball back with the clutch free throws. Here I am with another big steal, call the timeout. And most teams in 2K, they will go for three. They go for the win in a situation like this. I think if you have a dominant post scorer or player like Irritated, you give them the rock. If this were a 3-point game, we would be calling a play for Bobby, but instead we will set up the decoy, clear out the ball side, strong side. We're going to set the off balls for Bobby on one side and give Irritated some space to work. And you know, he does what he does. You've seen in more than one episode now. Irritated is clutch. Definitely one of the best post scorers in the game. Forces OT and goes on to dominate OT, where we will win the game. Back to the Jazz question. You know, another question was about what the experience was like in Utah, because I didn't talk much about that. I just said I didn't get the job. But you know, again, shout out to Josh. Great experience. Picked me up from the airport, gave me a driving tour of Salt Lake City, gave me a tour of the headquarters, Jazz headquarters. We went to Vivint Arena, got an awesome tour, behind the scenes access there. Awesome experience. Here's actually one of the clutchest plays from the Combine. People complain about having AI. We wouldn't have won this game without AI.
Oh my God!
A real player doesn't make that putback dunk happen, but that AI made it happen. So shout out to the AI. Shout out to Josh Barney and Utah Jazz Gaming, and shout out to all my supporters. This was a quick one, but hope you enjoy. Got another upload coming soon. Peace.